Okay, well, this is a big one, but obviously a breakout hit for you. What do you remember about recording The Glamorous Life?
Um, well, let's see. We were at Sound still in Los Angeles, and we were recording a bunch of songs at the same time. We had at least two of the studios running, if not three. We had both rooms, and so we were just going back and forth. And I was actually telling my friend this morning that Noon Rendezvous, that song, we were working on it, just the idea of it, we were working on it. And then I left the studio and went back to the other room to finish what I was doing in the other room while Prince stayed working on New Rendezvous. And then he called me and said, okay, come back to the other room, so I want you to now finish the song. So I went in there and I finished the song, and then he came back and he's like, wow, okay, that's really cool. And he loved where I sang, the castanets, the different things that I put on that song, and made it what it is. But it's the idea of how he just makes the simplicity of when we were writing this record. So we went back, and then "Glamorous Life" was the last song on the record because I could not figure out a melody for the song. Like I couldn't. What ended up happening early on when I was writing, if I listened to a track long enough as an instrumental, I couldn't think of a melody for it to be like a pop song, a vocal song. And so it stayed instrumental in my head. It's like, it's just a percussion, it's a dance song. I can't think of anything. So that almost didn't make it on the record. It was the last song to be recorded, and so we did it. And we finished it, and we had a great time. And I just have to add to that about that story or about that song is my first time hearing the song on the radio was like amazing because this was like, I did the record and I get to hear the song. I was in Los Angeles. We came back from touring Europe, just my band. And I came back and I rented a Mercedes because it's in the song. So I rented a Mercedes. And I'm driving down Sunset Boulevard, and I'm going to our favorite deli to get a sandwich and a lemon cake, because that was my favorite. And I'm on Sunset, the two lanes, there's traffic. They stopped. I'm making a left to the deli. And in that third lane where you usually park where there's meters, a car came running. And I had the roof down. He came just as quickly as he could down that lane, and we hit each other, and I crashed into, he crashed into me while Glamorous Life was playing on the radio. And I was like, oh my God, because the first thing was, my song's on the radio. And I pull out into the lane, and I'm like, oh no. And I got out of the car, and I was okay. The front end was really smashed up, and the guy got out of the car, and I said, are you okay? And he said, yeah. And I said, okay, you're fine. He goes, yeah, are you fine? I said, yeah. I said, that's my song playing on the radio, Glamorous Life, yay! I forget about that. And then I got on the phone and ordered another car. I mean, that was the glamorous life.